All right. Treasure Flare. Got 2 spells in our deck that it's named after. We've got Historic Staple Treasure Hunt here. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. Put all the cards revealed this way into your hand. And then Zenith Flare here. New card out of Ikoria that says deal X damage to any target and you gain X life, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard that have cycling. And then we've got a bunch of cycle lands here. We've got 40 cycle lands and a Mystic Sanctuary to put Zenith Flare back on top of our deck on occasion. And then we cast Giant Flares for lots of damage. So basically how this deck works is you're mulliganing any opener that doesn't have Treasure Hunt. This deck should have Banefire as well. Can you articulate yourself okay in the shade? Normally, if you'd been subbed longer, I would time you out for a message like that because it's not really constructive or specific. As always, if you want to be critical or critique a deck that you see on stream, providing actionable feedback is necessary. Otherwise, you're just kind of being rude. Neither of these seem very good. Yes, I agree. The likelihood of surviving long enough for Banefire to be useful seems super low. Professional treasure hunt player here. Please be careful and do not attempt this at home. Or do attempt it at home. It's a lot of fun, you know. Harder, better, faster, stronger, more than every hour after hour. Treasure Flare is always on now. So you notice I put a stop on my main phase. The reason why I did this is my hand is now incredibly large, and I want to organize it. God, it's impossible to organize. So ideally, the cards I'm keeping are over here on the right, and then we could discard the rest of them very quickly. Who's excited to play this game on mobile? I'm excited to play this game on mobile. It's gonna be really easy and accessible on mobile. Definitely not gonna be a flaming dumpster fire. I really wish Arena would pop up the entirety of my hand across all of the screen. So successfully navigated that. The flaming part will be my phone literally on fire, right? Wow, what a tilter. We're not gonna have the turn 4, chat. We could rip the flare. There's 15 cards in our deck. We could, in fact, rip the flare. Why are we so unlucky? It's a question I ask myself every day. Why am I this unlucky? What's going on the website? 100%. Need to discard 8 cards. Dear Arena, instead let me choose to keep 7 cards. Load the meme cannon! Prepare the meme cannon! Fire! Nuclear launch detected. Alright. Your move, Yugi boy! Reloading! Reloading! Alright. Take all the turns, opponent. Because if I get another turn, you know what's happening. Oh no. Oh no. Hide your memes, chat. They're coming. They're coming for our memes, chat. Alright, so with the cycle land, what I get to do here is I get to end step, Zenith Flare them, untap, draw a card, Mystic Sanctuary, put it on top, cycle, Zenith Flare them again. Now there is a chance we just don't get another turn here. They need a land, though, right? So, if I do this, they have to counter with X's 2, which costs them 4, which means they then can't Nexus, right? Alkalol, thank you for the 29 months, the very generous tier 3 resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, they're not going to Nexus, John. They're not going to Nexus. Mystic Sanctuary. Reload. Cycle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mmm. Mmm. It's a direct hit, chat. It's a direct hit. Swap the companion to Zirda because the life gain is irrelevant. There's actually just like 3 different companions in the sideboard we can use. This is great. That's excellent. That's lovely. Love it. Love it. We have castles and Field of the Dead in our sideboard too. This sideboard is awesome. Do I want an extra Zenith Flare? Or do we want the Thassa's Oracle? I feel like I want another win condition, huh? I guess this is pretty unlikely to work. I think I'd rather just have another Zenith Flare. You switch to Gyruda if they have cards to bring back. Now that's some good clean living right there. That's some good clean living right there. You switch to Gyruda when they have cards to bring back. Professional treasure hunt player, chat. Professional treasure hunt player. Thank you, wife, for messaging me here. We're currently in peak meme performance, so I didn't see your Facebook message. Okay, so I want to keep Flare. I want to keep Treasure Hunt. I want to keep Mystic Sanctuary. I want to keep 1 mana Psycho Land. I want to keep Island. I want to keep Island. I want to keep 1 mana Psycho Lands. This is 1, 2. I don't want this Triome. This is, I don't want this Triumph. This is 2 spells, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. So we're good to go here. So again, to beat the timer at the end, put the 7 cards you want to keep on the right side of your hand by placing a stop on your main phase so it doesn't cut to your end step. And then you can just click quickly from the left, selecting every card in order right up to the 7 that you want to keep. And you can avoid the disaster that happened to the person that was playing this archetype during the Hooglandia Open. Well, that's just rude. It's only for 16 currently. Oh no, I didn't have an island. That's a huge mistake. I forgot this doesn't just like passively happen. That's a very big mistake. You don't want Reliquary Tower because you need to discard Cyclers to kill them with Zenith Flare. So Zirda here makes Triome cheaper. So once Zirda hits them, Flare is now lethal. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like when Deck of the Day is an easy pick, chat. I like when Deck of the Day is an easy pick. Love it. Love it. So, for people, this is actually our first time where we haven't had Treasure Hunt in the opener, so you mulligan here. You mulligan any hands that don't have your card in it. Keep. It's actually a scotch awkward here that we don't have an untapped land. Yes, Android. What are the odds of us missing that drop? 0%. We're gonna cycle this, and then we're gonna Treasure Hunt's gonna draw us the thing. Yeah, they're Grawl, but like we could just kill them on 4. Grawl with light up the stage. Interesting. That's actually pretty unfortunate. Alright, so not getting a turn 4 kill here. Is this meme aggro? Wow, U-Town. Thanks for the 3/4 here. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, our draw's not been super impressive so far. We're not under a ton of pressure just yet. We could still kill them on 5. And they don't have a ton of pressure just yet, so could be okay. He says before they play Questing Beast and ram it down his throat. Oh no! Oh no! Whew! Whew! Dodge, sweating bullets over here, chat. Sweating bullets. Okay, so we still... So we Treasure Hunt again. Oh no! Oh no! Yikes. Probably dead now. I think we needed to hit... We needed to hit, we needed to hit the, what's it called there? Yeah, we had two draws that next turn is correct. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. My number one recommendation for this interface is if you are discarding more than 7 cards, Arena should instead tell you to pick cards to keep. That's what should happen there. So if you have 15 plus cards in your hand, Arena should then tell you to pick 7 to keep. Yes, this will be the first deck in the meme category section on the historic part of the website. I think another good thing they could do is they should switch to the interface like when you're searching your deck when you have this many cards in your hand. I think that would probably also be a positive change. Survey says... Rats. So unfortunately, Flare there was one of the bottom spells of our deck, and sometimes that just happens. I'm pretty sure against aggro, we just don't do anything and we click submit. You just got main deck Bojuka Bogged while playing this. Hide your memes, chat. The Bojuka Bogs are coming for your memes. We need Zodiac Cavern in Historic. Oh, Morph. Oh, Morph. Cause it's a sneepa keepa do 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 sneepa pa keepa pa do 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 do. Keeping Flare, keeping Treasure Hunt, keeping Sandbar, keeping Island, keeping Hallowed Fountain, keeping Steam Vents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get to keep one more. We'll keep Forgotten Cave. I was playing the Mardu Reanimator deck when I learned Mono Black has main deck Bog and Tiamat tags on my graveyard. Rough. This is only doing 8 currently, so we need to do this again. Build the bin up. Alright, since all the cards I want to keep are already on the left, let's go from the other side this time. So I have 1. Let's play... I want to keep these Mystic Sanctuaries, I think, here. Rather than some of these other ones. So we're going to go ahead and play Hallowed Fountain. And then we'll discard from over here. Harder to discard going from the right, it feels like. Feels like the way in which they pop up is a little bit more obnoxious. Also missed a couple of discards in the middle. Ah! Nuclear launch detected. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Slaga, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh, yeah. Man, this deck's gonna be all over the ladder, isn't it? This one's gonna be all over the ladder. Can Groldeck stop us before we flare them? Was that a Glint-Horn in the sideboard? It is. Yep, the sideboard of this deck is really well built and hilarious. If you haven't pulled up the sideboard on the Stream Decker, you should definitely do it. Hey, thanks for the 15 months, Maget. I appreciate the support. Yeah, Gruul can just kill us turn 4 on the play. That's their best shot to win. Or having us brick off like we did in the first game. Like sometimes your treasure whatever is, or your flare is like the very bottom, your very bottom spell, and you get into some trouble. Okay. Or this can happen. So here you'll see that we don't actually have another treasure hunt currently. So we're gonna have to discard. There's a good chance we don't have turn 4 lethal rolled up this game. And our opponent could also just kill us before then as well. Yeah, we're actually just dead, right? This is 7-11. I can't cast Lurrus. I have 2 lands in play. None of my lands in hand are untapped lands, and I have no white or black sources in play. Correct, yes. I could not have sequenced my lands differently. Sometimes you make all the right choices and just lose anyways, chat. That's magic. Is Jeff gonna get Mythic today? Probably not. Looking at the list of decks we have coming up, probably not. Merfolk might be okay. The Fall Control deck, we might play in an event. I don't know. I don't really care about getting Mythic. We'll probably play it on the ladder. That's also, it is a good metaphor for life. Sometimes you make all the right choices and lose anyways. Why not play this in best of 1? Because then I don't get to use my 6 sideboard. The sideboard's hilarious and well thought out. It would be a travesty to not play with the sideboard. Is best of 1 still a thing? Yeah, best of 1 is the most played game mode on Magic Arena. It's not particularly close. Well, we're gonna do some tire spinning, chat. Lurrus, take the wheel. I choose you, Lurrus. Just draw another treasure hunt like a professional. There's the real talk. Oh no. Wow. Way to make their otherwise dead card live, chat. Way to make their otherwise dead card live. And if we draw a treasure hunt here, we can win next turn. Yikes. Yikes. Should have just cycled last turn, obviously. Way to make me play the cat, chat. You trying to make the Beeb lose, chat? I believe we're just dead at this point. I like the people that are critiquing my sequencing in that game like it mattered. The only sequencing decision we made that mattered was electing to play the Lurrus against their deck full of removal spells. That was a mistake. I should have just cycled there. So that's what should happen. I should have not played the companion, and I should have just cycled trying to find another hunt. Yeah, that was a sequencing decision I could have made differently. I think Twitch had a hiccup, by the way. I just had a couple of different people message me. One was a Prime sub and one was a gift sub asking why they weren't currently subbed to the channel even though they've been gifted a sub or they Prime sub. I think Twitch had some kind of hiccup. Well, both the folks that messaged me saying I was telling them they weren't subbed, try refreshing your browser page if you're still here. Pulling up your user on Twitch says you are currently subbed to the channel. For 17 months, Silly Cheese. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Asaroth, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Yeah, that happened as well, and it's back now. Will this be the shortest deck video you've ever put on YouTube? No, we've been playing this for 35 minutes, and I plan to play it for at least another half hour, so this deck's hilarious. For people that can't appreciate decks like this, there are certain decks where you're, like, trying to be as competitive as possible. There's other decks where you're trying to do the thing, and this is definitely the latter. I am content. I am content to accomplish the thing, chat. I mean, any deck where you can mulligan to 3 and just be like, yep, hand's great, let's go, is fantastic. Tidwell, thanks for 17 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I only have to discard 4 cards, thankfully, which is good because I forgot to put a stop. Will bin Triome Forgotten Cave Triome. And keep a couple of cyclers just in case. Yeah, we mulled the 3 and then we discarded the hand sides on turn 2. Like, yeah. 763,000 shillings, Shillionaire time, TBD, depending on the hookah. That's true. That's true. Shillionaires are gonna... Those darn kids cutting into the profits of future Shillionaires. Won't somebody please think of the Shillionaires? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep this as 7. Real hero would just stream an arena loading screen for a week to help them. I'm a temporarily embarrassed Shillionaire because I spew my shillings on highlighted messages. It's a hard knock life. Do. This might be close. We could be dead next turn. Yeah. Even if we spike it naturally, it's not going to be enough. They've got 6, 9. Okay, we're technically not dead on board, right? Technically not dead on board. All right, got it rolled up. Are we dead? Hello, lovely wife. Thank you for bringing me food. How's our future offspring treating you today? Papi! Papi! You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. The old Molda 3.
Look, my belly's bigger than your head.
It is in fact bigger than my head. You are not wrong. Babies, that was Baby's first meme. Oh, did you like your first meme, Haley? Ooh. Oh, I don't have any paper towels in here. That is, that's rough. I love you. Thank you for bringing me food.
I would free to throw a roll down the stairs.
Tell the children if they want to keep playing games, they need to bring me. Listen, I pay for them to play those games. The least they can do is fetch me things. Thanks for the 4 months, water. Trump retweeted a video saying the only good Democrat is a dead Democrat. It's a good general reminder that while I fundamentally disagree with neoliberals like Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi on stances of the issues, there is also an incredible fundamental difference between neoliberals like Biden and Pelosi and literal fascists like Donald Trump and the GOP who support him. So remember, life is shades of gray. They're not all the same. Get out and vote in November. I'm honestly surprised that's the first time that's happened. Scoop! Now I could draw land. I could draw land. I could draw land treasure hunt. Come on now, chat. This is a treasure hunt right here. For people wondering why I just conceded there, instead of trying to high roll the Zenith Flare, we knew our Zenith Flare was on the bottom of our deck from when we mulliganed. So I can just concede there knowing that we're dead. Discard spells are actually incredibly good against this deck because we have to get set up in the early turns. In fact, maybe this is a matchup where I'm supposed to board in Field of the Dead against discard, because their deck is a discard deck and it's also kind of slow. That's super unfortunate. Toasted Mino. Thanks to 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I forgot about Sanctuary back hunt. Good call. Good call. One, two, three, four, five, six. I get one more card to put over there. Again, during your main phase, sort all the cards you want to keep to the right, and then click them all the way down. Flare the Obliterator for value. Alright, so they should be dead, right? They need double discard this turn. Well, that's annoying. Oh, I could have hunted again. I'm dumb. Yeah, I messed this up. Yeah, there are a number of little things like that that do really matter in this deck. Yeah, we're not dead. If they have a discard spell here, they can take our second flare. Yeah, if they don't have discard, we win. If they do have discard, we could still potentially win with Treasure Hunt next turn. Yeah, okay, so if I hunted at the right point there, I probably would have. They wouldn't have gotten an attack and wouldn't have had a chance to have a discard spell. There's this build's got a ton of cute backup plans. I really like the different directions going in. Cause it's the Sneeper Keeper, do 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 do, Sneep-a-pa, keep-a-pa, do 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 do, do 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 do. This deck is also a fantastic example of not only how awesome the historic anthologies are, but also just a good measure of how this format will be different than how the deck is different than like what will exist in Pioneer. Did we see the Trump executive action? He said he was gonna do it. Did he deliver on his promise? And if so, what? Do you have a link? Links are appreciated. That's unfortunate. And actually, I should wait to cycle because I want to not have a spell in my hand on their turn. Trump's order as drafted would pave the way for U.S. agencies to revisit and potentially undo long-standing legal protections under Section 230, which spares tech giants from being held liable for the content they allow online and their own moderator decisions. Specifically, the order would ask the Federal Communications Commission to examine that and look at whether platforms' actions to remove or alter users' content should mean they should forego those protections. Oh, interesting. So basically, he's trying to say that if they're policing some of the content, then that means they're responsible for policing all of the content. Is basically what they're trying to do. Correct. Yes, that's gonna the companies that this type of decision would impact have incredible amounts of money, chat. Anything he tries to pass will be tied up in courts for a very long time. Okay, so island. So I can do this, put Treasure Hunt on top of my deck, and then I can cycle into Treasure Hunt, cast Treasure Hunt. All right. Sick. 9 cards left in my deck. Do I hunt again to try and find another flare? I think I do. It was the top card. It was the top card. That's great. Alright, so I want my Zenith Flares and my Blue Cyclers and my Mystic Sanctuaries and Island, I think, here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll bin this. Discard 32 cards here. Playing this deck is kind of awkward because you race against the clock in part, so I can't really be paying as close attention to chat as I would like because there's this APM factor involved. And not timing out in situations like this. Organizing the hand has helped a good bit, but there's definitely still an APM factor there. Alright. Missiles primed. Do you have 2 more brain maggots, or are you dead? Nuclear launch detected. Pew pew! You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. You love to see it. I firmly believe in ending on a high note. So I think we're gonna wrap there on this one. That was a quality set. Excited to get this one added up to the website. And honestly, the biggest thing to me from playing this is there was actually a lot of play in a lot of those games that we were playing when our opponents had disruption. Like when our opponents had counter spells and discard spells, like how we were sequencing and using your Mystic Sanctuaries appropriately and making sure you played the right land so your Mystic Sanctuaries line up. Some different sideboard plans here that I'm not even sure. People ask me to explain the sideboard. I'm not even sure I fully understand and grasp all of the sideboard plans. So like very straightforward ones like Zenith Flare here is an extra redundancy against counter spells and discard spells. Another fun idea is that you have Gigan and Zirda that you can board in different places. Gigan, you can board in when they have good things to get as an alternative win condition. Zirda, you basically swap to Zirda in any non-aggressive matchup. A couple of people have commented they like starting Zirda, but having Lurrus as a 3/2 lifelinker that you can play out on turn 3 can often buy you an extra turn to get to turn 4 or turn 5 in the aggro matchup so you can combo them. So I like starting on Lurrus. Field of the Dead is also a funny card that you can bring in the control matchups if they have Graveyard Hate or you're expecting to have to play through Disruption on your Zenith Flares, which is fun. As for like Glint-Horn Buccaneer and Thassa's Oracle and Reformation, your theory crafting as to exactly where these are ideal is probably as good as mine. I'm not really sure exactly where I want to bring these in. Orphanguard is probably just silly. This is like just worse than Lurrus. I think this is just here as like a haha, we could change into 3 different companions, so let's put 3 different companions in the board, which is fine. Lucos, thanks for the very generous sub gifties. I appreciate that. Welcome. Glint-Horn Buccaneer. Oh, Bucky, when you put it into play and then discard a bunch, beats Graveyard Hate, kind of. And it doesn't get duressed. Sure. All right, so this one, if you missed any of it, it'll be up on my YouTube channel tonight, and it'll be up on my website probably sometime tomorrow once I get a banner made and some time for it. At any rate, we had a Cut the Line donation for a Fall of the Thran black-white control deck. I'm going to hit a quick ad roll, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. It's going to be a slightly longer break, because not only do I need to import the new deck, but I also need to brush my teeth since I just ate lunch and put my Invisalign back in. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.